I get to bring you another incredible testimonial to give you parents hope. Randy has an incredible story. Her son was over the top temper tantrums. Like, she knew this was not normal. He wasn't sleeping. He was getting really agitated and angry. And she sought out alternatives. She was always kind of a holistic mom, but she didn't really know that there were supplements that could help her son. Give us a little bit of background, like what his behavior was looking like. And I know you said your pediatrician was like dismissing it, and you knew as a mom. And I would say, moms, always trust yourself, because you know your kid better than anyone, right?
Trust your gut.
Trust your gut. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, he was 8 when we really started going downhill. Things had always been weird since he was born, and then it kind of declined and just progressively got worse. And by the time he was 8 years old, we just thought we were terrible parents, because something as simple as a schedule change would throw him into this tizzy of a meltdown that would last 2+ hours of screaming, crying, kicking things, me as his punching bag. He would hit me, he would bite me. And I'm just like, this isn't normal. Like, this can't be what normal is. I know what a temper tantrum looks like in a child, and this is just so above and beyond. I actually had people on Facebook reaching out to me trying to help me figure it out, because I was just at my wit's end. Because when you have the healthcare system that we have, and a doctor looks at you and says, oh, it's because he's an only child. No, I don't think that's true. So I just kept furthering my research and trying to do more and more research. And I've always been into holistic path for myself and for my family. But I had tried so many different products that when my mom came to me and said, we have these products, I think that you need to talk to this person and see if she can help you, I was like, no. Like, no, because nothing works. Mm-hmm. She's like, just talk to her. You don't have to do anything else. Just talk to her. So, when things sound too good to be true, that's what I thought with this.
When you read the stories, right? You're just like, This can't be.
Yes. And I was totally like, no, I'm not doing it. My husband was the same way. He's like, we're not buying any more products. And so my mom was like, okay, I'll buy it. I'll do it. I'll have it sent to you. And then I just want you to try it. And that really was the start of our journey. And we'll never go back. I can tell you that.
So how, like, initially, did you see results right away? I know you tried a few of the different products, but recently the new kids pack is really what got things moving. There's something called phase benefits, where it just gets better and better and better. So yes. So tell us, like, some of the things that you noticed, like, right away, and some of the things that maybe took a little bit longer to notice.
Okay. So when we first started, my mom bought that initial pack, and 30 days in, I was like, it's not working. Right. So I was like, we're not going to buy it again. So I stopped it. If you ever want to find out if something's working, stop using it. And within, 48 hours, the meltdowns were back full force. Like, they were still there within that 30 days, but they were different, if that makes sense. So after stopping it, they were back 2-hour plus meltdowns. And my husband's like, I don't know what you had him on, but put him back. So from that point forward, we've never missed. And we did start with just the regular kids pack, which was huge for us. And now, don't get me wrong, trying to get him to take that was not easy. I get this a lot from parents, is my son won't take that. And I was like, oh, I get it. It took a lot of coaxing, a lot of different beverages, a lot of different mixings for him to physically take it. But we don't have any issues now. He takes it in the morning. He loves it. The immediate things were the meltdowns. Like, those kind of just mellowed out. They're still there. We still have meltdowns. But you can talk to him now. He's more rational because he's thinking clearer. Like, his brain, he used to tell me all the time, he's like, this isn't my brain. I don't feel like my brain's inside of my head. And I was like, I fully get that. So now he can think. And sometimes he still doesn't think before he speaks, but that, I think, is, that's a normal kid behavior.
Right.
So he can speak better now. He knows how to talk about his feelings. He doesn't panic. He sits at school. He sleeps at night. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Let's talk about the sleep, because I know you mentioned that the sleep was, and I think for anyone, adult or children, if you're not sleeping, how the heck can you stay calm? How the heck can you keep your emotions together? How can you focus if you're not sleeping?
Exactly. And if the child's not sleeping, mom and dad aren't sleeping either. So it's just a whole big grumpy family. So we used to take them about 2 to 3 hours to fall asleep at night, if at all. There were some nights I'd wake up to use the bathroom and I'm like, who is out in a playroom right now? And it would be my son just chilling. And I'm like, dude, you gotta sleep, because that just leads to more meltdowns. So we tried the infamous melatonin, and it had the opposite effect on him. So it wired him, it made him angry, it made him agitated. And that I was like, oh, no, never again. So since kind of balancing everything out, now it's about 30 minutes. We're in the summertime, so schedules are a little bit different. So now it's about an hour, but I'll still take it because he's sleeping through the night. No waking up in the middle of the night. He wakes up less grumpy. He's a happier kid, and I'm happier because I'm sleeping.
So can you talk a little bit more about, because I know a lot of parents think melatonin, we know as educators here that that is not the way to go. Can you talk about that a little bit and talk about what we have as a different,
Yes.
different and much more effective?
Yes. So I didn't know the dangers of melatonin because his neurologist was like, oh, just give him melatonin. And I'm like, okay, I didn't research it because I'm like, he's a doctor, he knows, right? But as I started researching it, and it talked about puberty and anger and upset stomach and not sleeping, I was just like, shoot, why didn't I do that before I gave it to him? So then when we found the sleep gummy that is just magnesium and all the vitamins that you actually need to help your own body produce the melatonin, we decided maybe we should try that, because at this point, because even the sleep wasn't as good until he got on the sleep gummy. He was okay, but once you add in that third product, it's like the trifecta. So
Right.
his gut is doing well, his mind is doing well, his mood is better. So when you add that calm gummy in there, it just kind of pulled everything together and just kind of brings him back down a little bit so that he actually settles down at night. He's even reading again, which for a while there he stopped because he just couldn't get his mind to calm down. Being on the calm gummy, he reads better and everything else now at night as well.
Amazing.
Yes.
It's so exciting to hear getting these little guys like feeling good again. Like it's just,
Yes.
I mean, it's their whole life ahead of them. You know what I mean? It's incredible. So what would you say to someone who is like, I've tried everything, I'm skeptical, you know, what would you say to those people?
I was there. I feel it 100%. And at this point, you say you've tried everything, but did you see results? Are we still in the same boat that you were in when you've tried everything? Because what's the worst that can happen? You spend the money and nothing happens, or you spend the money and you start to see little things here and there. Because I'm not going to lie, was it an easy fix? No. This is a phased benefits product and supplementation protocol for a reason. It's a phased benefit so that it's a long-term fix. It's not a short-term fix. So you may not notice in the first 30 days, but you might. And then you might breathe a little bit easier. And then by month 2, things get a little better. And then by month 3, you're just like, oh, maybe this is working. But yes, I've been there. I was in your shoes, and yes, just try it, because what's the worst that can happen?
I mean, even with the clinical studies and everything, I mean, the only way to truly know is to put it in their body. Every body is different. And we have the 90-day money back guarantee. So it's like,
correct.
You got nothing to lose.
Nothing. And again, if you're still having 2-hour meltdowns, what's the worst that can happen? The meltdown doesn't go away, or maybe it's not 2 hours, it's only an hour and 45 minutes this time. 15 minutes makes a huge difference when you have 2-hour meltdowns.
Yeah. Yeah. Amazing. Just incredible. Okay. So we have so many more stories that you can read and see. Thank you so much for being with me. I appreciate you sharing. I just think, share this if you know anyone. Tag someone that you feel can benefit from hearing this story. So, Randy, thank you again for your time. I so appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you next Tuesday for another testimonial.